Hello, young authors. I'm Dror, and I would like to give you a little guide of how to write the best book. So, the first thing we ask you to do is to choose the theme of your book. This is great if you know what you want to write about. If not, this will give you a few ideas. But don't worry, you can change it while you write a book. So, I will actually I'll write about robots. I really like robots. So I will choose robot and I will click next and I will allow the system to prepare my first page. And as you can see, the system chose this design for me, but I don't have to use it. I can choose anything else. So for example, here I see something that I like because it looks like a drone, so I'm going to choose it. And the next thing I have to do, I have to start writing. But let's say I'm not sure what I want to write about. I say, okay, I know I want to write about the role, maybe about myself, maybe about my father. I'm not sure. If I'm not sure, I can use this little button, help me. This is BriBoo, our AI system, and BriBoo will give you some suggestions. So it was not sure about it, not sure about it, not sure about it, not sure about it. In the great forest, a little, oh, perfect, oh, perfect. I'll start with this. Okay, so in the great forest, a little boy named Zuzi was flying his drone. And of course I can keep writing. You can see I wrote only 64 characters here. I can write much more, but I want to explain you how the system works. I will keep on by adding a new page. And again, same story. Adding a new page, I can say, I can stay with the page that is suggestion to me, or I just can keep searching. Or for example, maybe this one, just for example. And I say, remember when I was here, I was writing the first page about Zozi that was flying this drone. At the same time, on another planet, a little robot was also flying a logistics drone. And by the way, I'm keeping those types on purpose for you, and I can see I wrote 86 out of 450 potential characters. I'm trying to spice the story to make it like, two worlds that would later combine. By reading those two pages, you're trying to say, okay, what's the connection between this robot and Zozi? We don't know. I'm adding another one. And remember I told you that the theme is not so important, because here where you see it says robot, you can choose designs from every possible place. So let's choose circus just for fun, and let's choose something interesting from the circus. Again, I'm not sure what to write. I don't know exactly. I'm still thinking about it. There is an elephant here, etc. Popcorn. Okay, let's write about the ice cream, because it's just ice cream. And I'm saying, oh, I want to write something about ice cream. I'm not sure. Will it work well? I can also use BriBoo again. I will help BriBoo, and BriBoo will pop up a question that can give me an idea. Have the characters ride a train, a plane, a bus? Doesn't fit my ice cream, right? It doesn't really help me. Think about your teacher, the way the teacher talks. Ooh, okay, I know. I don't want a circus anymore. I want to take it to somewhere which is more interesting, which would have more characters. So I will take it to sports. Why? I don't know. Maybe my sports teacher is related. And ooh, perfect. Soccer, basketball, football, fantastic. Okay, that's wonderful. Now I have an idea. I'm gonna take the story into a competition between drones playing soccer or football. Depends how you write. So remember, we had the two robots. Both Zozi and the robot didn't know that on another planet, drones can also play football, etc., etc., etc. I'm adding pages, and a good book should have at least 20 pages, but you can do much, much more. It's really up to you. You can write just a one paragraph like I'm doing here, or you can write full pages. It's totally up to you. But you will keep writing and keep writing and add themes and design from as many subjects. And then when you're ready to finish writing and you click the finish writing, you go into a review mode. It is extremely important to review your book. So some things are just like typo. The system here doesn't know Zosi, so I'll say dismiss. I'll go to another page, and here, of course, I have typos. This is little. This is logistics. So I'll fix my typos. Didn't. It's very important to do that because this is the quality of your book. Make sure you don't have any empty pages. Make sure that you didn't start writing in the middle of the page. It needs to look good because it's your book that will go to printing. But one more thing, don't forget when you get to this stage to go to the beginning of the story and make sure it's interesting. The first and second pages are very important because if the reader would not be engaged in your book, they will not want to read it. So this is supposed to create a lot of curiosity. And once you go beyond into all the other pages, you want to keep surprising the readers. Keep taking the story into places they didn't expect. But of course, you need to have a good storyline that makes sense. You know, if I surprise them between the connection between the robot and the child at the beginning and soccer, eventually all those will have to meet in some soccer tournament that will happen somewhere later. And in the end, that I cannot show you here, which is very important, make sure you have a very good ending. This is the moment when people say to themselves, oh, was such a great book. Those are the things that the judges will look for. They will look for the quality of writing, the way you start your story, how interesting it is, and can you create an ending that would be very surprising. And then I'll just go into complete my book now. At this stage, I just need to choose a design, a book name. I'll call it a dream, my name, Ami Dror, something that is very important. But remember, this is also very important because, for example, a dream new sport. This should be interesting. If the cover will not be interesting, it's like the packaging of your box. If it will not be interesting enough, again, people might not read it. So make sure when you choose the name needs to look good, and of course the design. There's lots and lots and lots of design. Choose well when you choose the design. Okay. And once I'm done with this, I will go into the next phase. Here I will design the back cover of the story. I will put my pictures. I will write a few words about myself. Again, very important. Write here. Avoid typos. The cover of your book, and this is called ISBN. This is the code that your book will have, that anybody around the planet will be able to order it. So make sure that the cover, the front cover and the back cover is good. And then when you get to this point, you just go into preview and publishing, and your book is ready. Looking forward, and thank you for participating in the National Young Authors Fair.